Well, hello, everybody. Come on in. Hello, nice to see you. Welcome. You are watching Hypocritic GG. Streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Luum Cheatspeak. Nice to see you. There you are. Hello. Hey, here we are. We're playing something a little different for you this evening. Not our usual tact, but you know what? That's okay. We're going to play Pokemon TCG Pocket as soon as I remember. You don't gotta see. We're definitely not hiding a massive belly bolt in there. Don't worry about it. It's Pokemon TCG Pocket here for you tonight. And that is important because we are obsessed with this game now. Completely, well, at least I am completely and totally obsessed. Sari and Baloney finally got me to get on board with this during PAX, and I've never looked back, and now we are completely obsessed. So we're gonna spend a lot of time battling tonight. We're gonna just kind of take it easy, do all of our usual antics and ridiculous stuff. We'll maybe open some packs. We'll maybe play each other if Sari or Baloney pop on while we're doing this. Let's does that look a little better? A little better. Hi. The dice camera is back in full force with our new set from Dispel. Exclamation point D20 will make us roll it, and then whatever happens, happens. And all of those options are there on the left that you can see. They've been there for a while. We know how this works. Let's hop right in. I've been absolutely obsessed with battling in this game, and we're going to have to keep doing it. So we're playing this. If you don't know what this is, Pokemon TCG Pocket is basically a scaled down, kind of streamlined and simplified version of the Pokemon trading card game, meant to be played very casually on mobile devices. So this is my iPad, and we're going to play it on the iPad, and we're going to have a great time. So you'll see, if you're familiar with the Pokemon trading card game at all, you're going to see that. And I also have the iPad. So like just as proof, there's the iPad. That's the battle screen, right? I'm gonna hit random match just to kick us off. You can see it's all real. And if you're familiar at all with the regular Pokemon TCG, you're gonna see how different this is. There's no prize cards. Weakness works differently. I don't think there's any resistance. It's generally a less long form game, so you don't build up all these crazy decks and all these crazy mons doing all this crazy stuff. So we're just going to go in and do it. I only have a couple of decks built at the moment because I don't have a ton of cards. I'm only level 11. You got to give me a little space here. So we're just gonna go for it and have ourselves a great time while we do it. and just poke around on this for a while. We are coming at you on a different night than usual as well. We've been really off our schedule the past couple of weeks since PAX ended. We've just been all over the place, I gotta tell you. But hopefully come next week, once everything really settles down, I'm going away on another trip starting Wednesday morning. So there's a lot going on in life at the moment. We'll probably dip into ranked here at some point as well. So just be aware of that. It's all pretty self-explanatory. Again, if you've ever come across the regular Pokemon TCG, this will look familiar for you. So we'll just sort of let it play out as it does. If you have questions along the way, we will certainly help address them for you. If Sari or Baloney pop in throughout the course of the evening as well, they'll be a good source of context. Where were you before? There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of cards I don't have, so we're just going to sort of play this like we're playing it here. This is not meant to be a super in-depth sort of look at the game. This is not meant to be like super strategic by any stretch. We're just sort of playing as makes sense for us. So come at me, bro. A lot of it is simply building usable decks with the cards you have, and that's sort of, at least in my experience at the lower levels, part of the fun, where all of these, when you play the normal TCG, you know, you're going for very specific cards and you're building your deck in a very certain way. So there's not a lot of room for sort of experimentation or goofing around on different things, but there definitely is here. And you come to rely on even these little cards to carry you through significant portions of the game, and it's really interesting how it does differ from the normal TCG, quote unquote. So there you can see I'm just leaning on Oranguru at the moment. And that's working so well so far for us. Now, there aren't a ton of sets released either, to my knowledge, so Orangaru's still kicking here, but we're going to retreat him out anyway here, I think. Just like that. And now the pain really begins. Since you can obviously only attach one energy per turn, and a lot of these decks don't have ways to get significant amounts of energy out on the field all at once, it can take a while to build up something like a Decidueye like I have here, or Bibarel, right? That takes 4 energy, so it would kind of take 4 full turns in this deck to get it going. You kind of have to commit to one or the other because games tend to move pretty quickly and you don't have a lot of time to develop things. Which I think is interesting. And maybe you think it's interesting too, or maybe you don't. I don't know. So, they are basically hosed at this point. Now the question's going to be if they just sit here and drain the clock on me like a good citizen does. And it looks like that is exactly what they're going to do. So we are going to earn this win through force of will and patience. If it's anything like Hearthstone, in my experience playing this, they're going to run it down, run out of time on their turn, and then concede right when I go to deal the finishing blow. Guilty of having done that myself at points. So we're just going to dance. We're just going to dance in the meantime. They left. There you go. See? Or did they? Nope. Just hanging out. There's no taunts. There's no hi. There's no tapping them on the shoulder. Nothing you can do but watch the timer go down and, oh, they're actually going to play something. Not that it, you know, will likely do much at this point. And there you go. They draw out the whole thing, take their turn, and concede. Good manners! So you get a nice little summary screen at the end of how things went for you. Get some experience. I like that you can thank them whenever you win or lose. Like, thanks for kicking my ass, or thanks for allowing this ass kicking. I don't know. You have a nice little social hub. I've had a couple friend requests come in, so that's fun. Maybe we'll save those for now. I didn't even see those before. All right, I think I'd like to do a little bit of ranked play. I was working on that earlier. And now that I have kind of the two decks that I toggle between, I have a rank up battle coming here. So let's go in with the current. I have a kind of a grass deck, and I have a Giratina based deck. That's exciting. Let's see how we do. Obviously, a lot of it, like any card game, depends on what you draw and what you're able to get out when. So in this case, we're going first. First can't attach energies or attack. Now that I have everything out that I would want to go first. Start here. That's a nice draw. So we'll have Lurantis go in turn 1. Or the first turn we can attack, which is good. That may not be super helpful. We'll start there. Let's start there. So they'll get an attack off this turn, more likely than not. So I won't die this turn, but that's not going to make it easier on me. I'm only going to get one turn out of Lurantis here, huh? Okay, well, I think this is lost already, so that's fun. It only took us 2 turns to get completely walloped, so that's good. Yeah, I don't think I have anything to beat him with. That's fun. Because everyone else, that's what, 20? Nope, yeah, no, we're fucked. Okay, good. Just like that. I might as well concede. So that's what I'm talking about, right? I didn't have enough out front to take on that lone Skarmory. No supporters or anything to pull different stuff out of the deck. So we just lose, and that's that. Strange but true. They're going all the way up on that. Yeah, that's very shiny. 120 damage for 2 energy. We love that. That hurts my soul. I'll never get 4 energies onto a barrel in time. think we made it like 2 whole turns. That was good. All right, well, that's gonna happen. Now, again, these are all like scraping together what we have decks. Let's switch over to the Giratina one. If you'd like to see it, this is, again, it's just a whole bunch of different like random Pokemon here, and then the 2 primary Giratinas that I have. A little bit of variation, some healing, some supporters. It's all real hodgepodgey stuff, but we're doing the best we can with what we have, and a lot of other people who play this are the same way, so that's good. We got Bob. So let's see what Bob thinks about it. I do like Pokemon from the Johto region, though. That is true. All right, we're going second, so ideally, we're going to try to go quickly about it. And we're gonna, I guess. Let's start here. Oh, good. We're weak to them. No energy, though. And they can't attack with Grimer on this next turn, so that's good. We can go all the way to Alakazam right away, though, so that's fun. Get aggressive. Be aggressive. Maybe they don't have... Oh, he's up to Muck. That's good. He's not attacking for a while, though, so we have some time to build ourselves up here. Mimikyu's fun. That's a good early one, maybe. But again, this is all hodgepodgey stuff, so who's to say? And that puts us right in range of Alakazam's attack if we can get that off next turn. And we will, so that's excellent. Okay, so we're in good shape. I was a little worried when I saw Grimer right off the bat, but it looks like we are fine, just fine. We're going to actually play Mimikyu down and start building it up because Alakazam will now kill it. Knock that right out. Nice. 1 point for me. Again, you see no prize cards in this. You just kind of go 1 point for each regular Pokemon, 2 points for every EX, first to 3 wins. So kind of a condensed version of the prize card tactic. Kind of. And now that Alakazam is up, we just plow through them here. I think we're going to one-shot anything here that's not evolved, so... They're rotating through a lot of different energy types. I mean, this is... That's that. We're not even going to attach. We're just going to go for it. Ba-boom. Sorry, Bob. Alakazam carrying the day. And that was, you know, a full walkthrough of that evolutionary line, too. Beginner rank 4. I'm getting better, guys. You see how quickly these matches go as well. You know, you're in and out of a game in a couple of minutes versus the regular TCG, which is often best of 3 over, what, 45 minutes or 60 minutes? So, thanks, Bob. Again, very conducive to playing on your mobile device, wherever you are, on a train, in transit somewhere, sitting on the toilet. That makes me nervous. You can see everyone with a lot of flair and at a real high level. High level implies, not necessarily, but that they have a ton of cards at their disposal, so they probably have a really well put together deck. Does ya a spook? We've got all of our supporters out at once. Will they help? Not really. So I don't, for some reason, get donked, even though I won't. You get paranoid. You play if you've played the regular TCG in any sort of competitive fashion, you'll know the glory of being donked when you only have one weak Pokemon out and they do just enough damage and kill you right off the bat. No good. See if we can't find a Giratina to get going here. We can. I'm going to start powering that up in the background, probably. This has this ability. I can take a Psychic Energy, put it on Giratina, but then my turn automatically ends, so it's just a little bit of energy acceleration, which helps. It's the most legitimate EXE kind of Pokemon build-up I can have at this point, with having so few cards and such. Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. They can't attack me yet. So this Team Rocket Grunt is going to come in real handy, because if I can get even a decent amount of heads here, we can cut down all of that energy, and Melmetal, it looks like, needs 4 energies to really get going. So if we can snip through that even a little bit, we're going to be in really good shape here. Let's evolve to Kadabra. Let's throw that Rocket Grunt out right away. Get a flip. We got 1 at least. I mean, there's 1 more turn they can't attack, so that's good. Now, see, now I'm thinking, do I keep trying to power the Giratina up? But probably not. Because I need to start doing some damage here. That at least puts him in range of a Giratina attack. So now I can one-shot the Melmetal, which was something we like to do. Around these parts. That's fine. That's not as fine. So I can't retreat him. So there's no sense in putting any resources onto the Gomala. Let's do... What do you look like? Frightening. Maybe. We're going to focus on Giratina here. There's also only 20 cards to a deck, which I don't think we talked about before. They're out of cards, which is helpful. Now they're not, of course. Great. And I already burned... I don't think I have another Rocket Grunt either, so now we're just going to have to start doing tradesies. Well, they have no energy in back, which is encouraging. So this will kill him outright, which we like. We have potions in back, which is good. Let's get Alakazam going. Why did I do that? Oh, fuck me. Ah! Gotta edit that out. I was thinking I had enough energy on him to do this, and I didn't. I just blew the whole game. That's... I had that one, and I wasn't paying attention and blew it. This is what happens when you stream at the end of a long and tiring day. You think you're up for it. You think you're gonna do it, and you're not. Endless examples of allergies and fatigue and all this stuff just getting in the way just enough. Especially when I would do this in competitive environments where I would like blow a really, really obvious play and ruin everything. So unfortunately, a very, very common thread. I could have won that one. I was going to win that one in all likelihood. They had nothing going on in back and I would have just sliced and diced them, but I'm stupid. I'm stupid. What do you even have here? Special conditions, that's fine. All right, that's their whole deck, or their whole hand, so that's good. Abra's here. Let's get Professor up. Giratina's up, that's good. That's my fancy one. Put it on the Mimikyu this time. Get an energy going. We're good to go. Man alive. Oh no, nah for 10. Excellent. Yeah, I can rare candy right up, can't I? Boom. Attached to the right places. Maybe throw this down as shadow hit fodder. And start knocking them out. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of some tools, but I'm not doing special conditions here, really, so that's okay. We're going to keep Giratina going here. I have an interesting idea. I'm not killing him in one turn anyway. I'm only doing more damage here. To myself. I might as well just save that. And I'm going to be one-shotting everything from here anyway. So, let Giratina do the heavy lifting and we'll be all good. Right? Retreat out, bring up Giratina. Because I don't think he's doing any damage to me now anyway. He doesn't have enough energy on the field. I don't need to support her right now, so this will be fine. Just like that. Cool. And I think that's about it, right? They have no answer to that. I can one-shot anything on the field. Yep, that's all she wrote. So, I mean, we'll go through a couple of the motions here just for posterity's sake. But that's that, folks. And just like that, Giratina proves its mettle. When you pay attention, you can get some decent results. Hooray. More points, please. And we're just gonna keep going. I'm good to hang out on ranked here. Season A3 with Giratina just climbing. Maybe we'll do some packs as well. I have a ton of hourglasses or whatever the currency is, so we can definitely pop some packs on camera. That's always fun. I'm actually going to start with the Abra so that I can attack turn 1. Even though maybe that's not the right idea. Because in theory, I just go get Giratina up as soon as I can and go nuts, right? So maybe that's not the right idea. Because Giratina would be up and attacking by turn 3. My turn 3. And 20 damage isn't really worth it, is it? I mean, if I can find Alakazam somewhere, that would be good. Yeah, see, we needed a Giratina up and running here. Maybe we'll let Aber be fodder. So I'm not actually taking the brunt of any attacks here. So maybe this will twist out and be okay. Let's see. Giratina's safe on the bench until further notice. Okay, I mean, yeah, you hand ring over the whole thing, and they're tapping out anyway. No activity there. We got a win streak with some points. That's good. Thanks. Back into it. The action is hot, fast, and furious here at beginner level 4. Now here we don't have a single energy attacker, so I have Necrozma in the second. I'm not really sure why, because that's 4 energy for 120, and I don't know that I've ever actually needed to use it. So that's an energy gremlin. So this, yeah, flips her energy. It's kind of all I can do here. It's just a bunch of basics that aren't helping me. They can't attack yet, so I can at least start confusing it. That's why I put Oricorio out first, so I can start with the confusions. Try to get Mimikyu charged up after this. That takes 4 turns to kill him, though, so I don't know how. We're gonna have to ride that confusion wave, I guess. So we just kind of have a pretty dead hand at the moment. We'll start charging other stuff up, see if it helps. And they break out of it, so now we need a... Okay, that's enough. I'll get another turn. Is that PAX East correspondent Lou? It is me, Lou Hypocritic GG. Hi, Fort. Nice to see ya. How we doing? We got some Pokemon tonight. It's over right over there. You can see it. Pokemon TCG Pocket here tonight. Yes, so much PAX. So much PAX. We haven't even talked about PAX yet here on the channel, or on the stream tonight. But it was quite the time, wasn't it? We're gonna get Mimikyu up and running here. We're not even done with coverage yet. Technically, we have, I think, one more interview left to go, and then we'll be done. And then we'll probably trickle out some shorts from the interviews as well. So hurts himself in confusion. Oh no, it just it does nothing. Let's see what we get here. Loving the interviews on the YouTube channel. Thank you! That's nice of you to say. This was our most content-rich packs by far in terms of interview content. I think we had 9 interviews total, which is more than we've ever done, plus the 3-hour charity live stream, plus the show floor walkthrough, plus a podcast will get out eventually. So there was a lot of content. And it was an excellent time. So I'm going to... Here's what I'm going to do. Now that the confusion kicked in, we're going to retreat and have Mimikyu knock him out. Because he's got no energy elsewhere. And that's exactly what I needed. But yeah, lots of fun interviews from this year's packs. This was probably our best yet in terms of just not just amount of output, but the quality of it as well. I think it looks and sounds better than ever. I think there were really interesting talks with pretty much every developer and publisher that we spoke with. We kept it fully indie this time around, as has been the case in a lot of recent years. No really significant big time names, and that's often the fun where you get to discover awesome games you never knew existed. That's the whole point of the show, right? We love that. I want to go for the 2-shot. I'll go back and look at all the ones that we have done, and I'll hint at what's coming next. That's not ideal. So now they flip a do. One more heads kills me, and it kills me. So I need to focus on getting Giratina up and running here, because I can one-shot Celebi no matter what. So I'm gonna have a lot of cards in hand in a second here. More potions, more grunts. The grunt will be handy next turn, potentially. We'll let that roll. Yes, so glad you enjoyed it. Taking a break from moving. Ooh, like kind of a local move. Are you elsewhere? Like, did you really move? What was what kind of move we talking here? Oh, yeah. See, that's the whole point of that deck with the That's okay, because I'm gonna come in and one-shot him anyway. I'll just use Guzma next turn. They literally need 1 heads here. Yeah, and I die. That's 200 damage. But that's all luck. I mean, at some point you have so many energy attached to it that it just rolls. But that's that deck running, firing on all cylinders. I'm lucky Giratina's ready to go. And I have the Guzma to counter that. So that was pretty well thought out, I'd say. Guzma, get rid of the tool. That's down to 130. Well, 120. And we have the one-shot. Well, you know what I mean. Bam! That one was closer. Pulled it off, though. Mimikyu coming in clutch. 70 damage off of the 2 energies there is big. That 3-win streak. That 20 damage to your side. You can see that potentially being a problem if it gets really, really tight. But largely that's been fine for me. Local move, but it's still annoying. You never realize how much junk you have until you move. That is so true. Sarah and I have been, I think, a little bit more conscious of this since we've moved around so much in the past couple of years. I think we've moved 3 times since we've been together in 3.5 years. We moved... Let me get my game going here and then we'll talk about it. Let's start with Sableye. I don't... Kamala's frustrating because when it's active and you attach an energy to it, it falls asleep, which means it basically can't attack that turn, so it's kind of useless. If you only have one energy on it, you move it up to active. It's kind of just a spot filler right now, but I've been seeing too much of it. And I gotta do something about that. No, and see, that's the flipping problem. No, it's true. We have a ton of junk. So let me get a play going, and then we can talk about it. I like getting Abra down. There's Giratina as well, so that's perfect timing there. Nice. Yeah, so we moved, I think, 3 times. Back in Northeast Pennsylvania when I moved in with her at first. She moved from basically an apartment building across the street to the building that we moved into together, and then I moved all my stuff in. A year later, we moved into Manhattan, so we hauled all our stuff, 2 hours away to Manhattan, and then after a year, we moved out to where we are now, over the bridge and etc. So, a lot of moving. And yeah, you really quickly realize how much crap you have that follows you over time. Well, I think we've sort of been fortunate in that we're not in like a proper house with a basement and a ton of storage space. Like we have huge closets in our current apartment, in our current space. But not to the point where, let me do this. It's excessive. So it's all a manageable move every time. Sometimes it's really, really obnoxious. And that's what happens when you have a larger property or a really, really big apartment or a house. It just fills with stuff over time. The longer you're there, the more stuff you accumulate, and it becomes harder to move around and do things, and, Ow. So I don't envy that for it. I assume it's like apartment to apartment or whatever. You don't have to say. But I certainly get it. And it is challenging. The first move we did too, I think we did by ourselves. We loaded all our stuff into a U-Haul out of my apartment in upstate New York when I moved back to Pennsylvania with her. And similarly with her stuff, we kind of manually all brought it in. And then from then on, we had services and movers come in and help with the next two. It's hard, man. It is tough on you. So what's this doing? So this is just getting... Ugh, that's... So that's a one-shot in back there. That's annoying. I'm trying to think how to handle that in back. Thinking this through for a sec, Checks. I'm gonna have to deal with that Palkia in back there. I'm gonna make sure that Giratina is ready next turn no matter what. If I can avoid having Sableye die, that would be ideal. Switch. That's going to force a switch for me. So they just retreat and get the free kill. No? Okay. Interesting. So they just have a ton of energies on there. Each of your opponent's match. Okay. So I can't one-shot the Palkia with anything that I have. I don't know that I have a good way out of this. If I can somehow get a shot off, unless... I don't know why they wouldn't retreat here, right, and start attacking me. This would give me a way to get enough damage on Palkia to kill him. Alright, I mean... That doesn't seem smart. Right, you see what I'm going for here, chat? I think I got it. I don't know what's going on screen, but at least the board looks pretty. Oh, I'll explain in a second here. So, so I'm gonna take out Manaphy. Palkia come up, take me out, and then I take him out next turn because I'll do 130. I think we're good. I think we have this figured out. Boom. Yep, I think we're good. All right. Did you ever play the Pokemon TCG for it? It's just a very abbreviated version of that. So now, ideally, I'm going to bring Giratina up because it's going to do 130 next turn. That's what I was building toward, and now we're going to win because they didn't pull Manaphy back for some reason. And they have more than enough energy on Palkia to attack twice in a row and just take me out completely. So, well, shit. Here I am talking a big game, and I actually just lost unless I have Guzma next turn, so that's super cool. Or Team Rocket Grunt, I guess, because I can just cut a bunch of energy off of him. Well, let me do this first. Because they can't get to Giratina yet, right? I don't have any of my supporters in my hand somehow. I just collect the cards. Okay. So I can explain it a little more as I go if you want. Or if you're content just watching the pretty stuff happen. That's your call. So what I'm gonna do here, I need some room in my hand, maybe? I'm just gonna burn a potion on Giratina here for no real reason. It's not gonna help me much. At all, really. No one else I play down is gonna be helpful here either. But just to give me some leeway. This will put him back down into one-hit knockout territory with Giratina, so they'll probably kill me next turn. I come up, still kill him with 130 damage, and that'll be that. They can't retreat, so they'll just attach more energy. I swear to God, I literally can't. So they just healed again. Why? How? Their deck is like, there's a lot of supporters. Heal 40 damage, yeah, so I got hosed. Okay. I really, that's twice now I was convinced I had this, and they had some fluke healing back. So unless I can get rid of that tool... Yeah, there it is! Alright, you give me some fluke shit, I'll give you some fluke shit right back. That puts him back down to 130, which means I can retreat. Which means I can pull Giratina up, which means I can one-shot them with Chaotic Impact, which means that I somehow pull this off. It's all about mid-games. It's the mid-game, and we are mid at it, so there you go. Pulled it off. That's just thinking it through. I used to play the Pokemon TCG competitively, which I think we've talked about. We're Pokeball rank. I am so good. Just real pro strats over here. Sarcasm. That was a good one. I used to play actually both the video game and the trading card game competitively mostly through college and maybe a little bit through, the start of my career, etc. Mind games. Well, it's mid game too, but also mind games. You just kind of suss it out. So that's fun. But yeah, I used to play it. Black and White was the generation of choice when I was playing the video game. Going second. Gotcha. Yeah, it's like that. Let's see. Shiny. Most of this deck that I'm playing is just powering up, honestly, Giratina at some point, which you've seen me attack with now, so you kind of know the ropes there. So that's a great example. We're going to get them out, and we're going to start powering them up in the background. So I can come in and start wiping the board later on. This guy does 60 damage up front, which is great, because that's both of their hit points on the other side. So next turn, I can start one-shotting them if they don't evolve. Attach some energies. We're good. So far, they have a lot of cards up there. You'll see people play this card called Red Card, which makes you shuffle your hand back in and then draw 3. Which is killer when they have a big hand like that, and that's where this kind of gets a problem. Magnezone. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX and play this Pokemon, takes 30 damage less from attacks. So they don't yet. Okay, so they're just going to beef up like crazy, and that's their idea, Power Beam, over and over. So I can cut down their energy at some point, and I'll probably want to do that soon. But we're going to start hitting them first. Because 60 damage is going to be pretty helpful here. And then we'll start powering up Giratina in the background. So... playing the 2v8 mode in Dead by Daylight 2. You know what? You said that there was so much Dead by Daylight stuff going on at PAX, and I remember you saying that, and we wanted to take a look at it. I know there was like a 10th anniversary panel that we walked by the booth a million times. It just, it was just one of those things we couldn't get to. I don't want to use the supporter yet. 20 on Necrozma. If they do get Arceus out, that'll be a problem, because then it'll really start tanking some hits. As it heals with all of these tools on it. This is what I'm talking about when people have very kind of specifically designed decks. And again, I just don't have the card pool for it yet, so it's just not really an option. We're playing with what we have. I want to get it to the point where I can one-shot him with the Giratina. That's going to be huge if all the energy's getting stacked onto this thing. And I think we're there. And again, a Necrozma's just absorbing most of this. So now they're down to 70. Jesus. So it's just all heals and doing this. So that kills me. Giratina's not ready yet. Probably should have used that grunt earlier. Shit. Alright, well, let's hope that I can chew some significant energy off of this thing, or I'm going to be playing off my back foot here. Alright. 2 heads or more. 1, 2. Nice. Alright, so that'll buy me just enough time, I think, as long as I don't keep healing like crazy. Okay. It was just an idea in case you needed something else to cover. Oh, we had plenty. We had plenty to cover, don't you worry. The Five Nights at Freddy's announcement they had drew up a lot of hype. I could see that. I wasn't even aware of whatever they had announced there, so that's good at least that people were hyped about it. I had said before, let me go back and really briefly look at the interviews that we've posted so far. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we will have a 9th. So that'll be 11 videos in total from this year's packs, and that is a record. Not that, you know, it's quality over quantity. Oh, they retreated. Okay, well. Mimikyu would have been nice here. There's Abra. That's exactly what we wanted there, and I'm probably out of basics, honestly. Let's start taking some cards. I can heal myself next turn, too, to get rid of that 20 that I took. No, I can't. I don't have a potion yet. So what did we cover? Let's walk back a little bit. So, in order from first publication, I'll give some commentary on some of them, too, if you want. We had Cat Secretary, which was a great way to start off the show. It turns out Playism, the Japanese indie publisher from Japan, the largest Japanese indie publisher in Japan, it turns out. Fresh Tracks, the winter sports rhythm adventure game. Control Alt Deal, control the Facebook algorithm, basically. Byte Bond, biped-esque co-op game. Perfect Tide, Station to Station, a very story and narrative heavy point-and-click adventure game based on this artist's webcomic art style. And Glaciered, which is being published by Playism, an underwater action adventure game where it's basically Japanese Maneater, is how I'd been describing it. Okay, so I can rare candy up here. We're going to get Alakazam going. And in the back, just in case we need it. I don't know that we will. Because I'll Chaotic Impact here, and I don't think they have anything else that's really going to be hitting me. So that's good. Notice the music kind of subtly changed too. Oh, that'll do it. Oh, out of nowhere, actually killing me and ending the entire game. Super cool of you. I had no idea that was even an option. Great. That went super well. I didn't know. So you don't know what you don't know. I'd never seen that card before. Fun. 2 energy for 120. That is bonkers. No, I'm not gonna thank you for kicking my ass. Sorry. Yeah, Cat Secretary was really fun. So we booked that one as sort of the kickoff for the show, not really knowing what to expect, in all honesty. And we were so impressed with their willingness to just kind of go through everything about the game, their passion for it, the really organic nature of how the whole thing is coming together. It's the studio's first game. They're super, super into it, and they are kind of feeling their way through the process as well, so that's really encouraging. It was just great to see and talk to them about it. And I think that's actually by far our longest PAX interview that we've published to date. Most of these have been clocking in right around the 10 to 12 minute mark, pretty consistently, as a matter of fact. So my internal clock is getting a lot better. The Cat Secretary interview is over 25 minutes, which we kind of just left in full. We were debating cutting it down to 20, but we didn't really find anywhere appropriate to kind of trim out a lot of content. It was all worth keeping in, so we kind of just thought, all right, let's leave it unedited. And I think that does it a real service, because it's worth hearing them out in full, I think. I downloaded this game a while back, but never booted it up. I think I still have PTSD from Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I was not on the TCG Pocket train until PAX, when Justin and Teresa basically were like, you have to play. You're going to love it. You have to play. And they're always right when they suggest those kinds of things to me. It takes me a long time to like actually sit down and get the game and play it and figure it out. But once I do it, like Balatro was the same way. They were like, you're going to love Balatro. You got to play Balatro. Do it. I didn't for the longest time, but then when I finally did, it was just incredible, and I loved it. And now our opponent is gone. So we get to just watch this spin forever. So we finally did. And over the course of it, once I really got into battling here, because it's a lot of just really, really slow, basic tutorials in the beginning, especially if you're familiar with the Pokemon TCG, it is a slog to get this off the ground. They are moving. Let's wash out. Okay. Nope. No heads. That's the flip issue. Sorry, Misty. And yep. Missed the flip, concede. That's all it takes. Wonderfully done. But it is a ton of fun. Once you sort of get past all the tutorials, once you really learn what you're doing, and I get it, you have to have all that in there for people who've never done this sort of thing before, or have no frame of reference for the card game, because a lot of people do, you take it for granted. We talked about this in the Riftbound interview, the League of Legends TCG. A lot of the time you take for granted the fact that a lot of these trading card games and these mechanics have existed forever. What do I want to do here? That'll work. You take for granted that all of these systems have existed forever. So, having played the Pokemon TCG so much, yeah, of course it makes sense. Let me just power through the tutorials, right? But there's a lot of people out there, Fort, you were just saying you'd never really played the Pokemon TCG, so like, what the hell's going on here, right? I see what you're doing. I need some of those tools. That's what I really need. The problem now is I gotta take the Giratina down, and he's gonna power that up in the background, and I'm not gonna be able to get to him. I already feel like I've lost this. Let's see if I'm wrong. Unsure. So he's just going to keep Giratina going in the back. Yeah, so he's going to be ready to go. I will kill Druddigan. He'll come up in not one shot me, but he'll get close. Maybe I'm not in terrible shape here. But I will need something to follow up immediately once Giratina comes out, and we're going to get it, it looks like. So we're going to focus on Alakazam there afterward. Assuming they can't switch, we're going to have some time to figure this out. Oh, but he is going to one-shot me because I'm going to take 20 damage from attacking here, and that's not feasible if I want to win this. So yeah, I think I have already lost. I lost immediately. As soon as they had Giratina in back, that was it. Gross. All right, well, yeah, I forgot I take 20 damage, and then he's going to come up and do 130 to me. So I kind of have to bide my time here, don't I? If I need... This deck desperately needs Giant Cape. I can't... Especially for this kind of mirror, I can't live without it here. What set is it in? Maybe that's what we'll go fishing for. Go find Giant Cape. I might have a way to dance around this. I might. What I'm going to try to do is retreat Giratina, bring Alakazam out to start attacking. His attack does damage to bench Pokemon that have energy attached. So if I can get 2 shots off with Alakazam, because I'll need 2 shots to kill the Druddigon up front, right? 100 HP. I'll get Giratina down to 130 again, which means I can attack him and kill him. So I think we can dance our way around this. You see what I'm going for? We'll retreat Giratina this turn if they come back. We will bring Alakazam out, attach the energy, start attacking Druddigon because they can't retreat it. It's a 2 energy retreat cost, you see. They'll do that. I should get 2 hits off with Alakazam if nothing else changes over there, which means because this has energy on it, I'll get it down 170, 150, 130. I'll do 130 when this guy comes back, and I'm attaching energy the whole time, and we should clear it that way. If they come back, because this will automatically concede, I think, if they just quit. But we've laid our strategy out, especially if they don't do anything this turn. That basically hands me it, I feel like. Okay. Yeah, they might have just straight up left. Okay, bring Alakazam out. There's nothing else I want to do here. And that hits the Froakie, too. I'll take the hit, but I don't really care. That's also why I couldn't attack the Druddigon, because I was going to get hit anyway. And we won. I was thinking that through. It seems like we had that. And that's encouraging. All right. Making moves, folks, with our slapdash deck here. Where the hell is Giant Cape? I need to figure this out. Hold on. TCG Pocket Giant Cape. 2 diamond rarity card. If Sari or Baloney were here, I would be like, hey, trade with me. Right now, please. So, what set is it in? Space-Time Smackdown. The Dialga pack. Supposedly. Do we want to go for those? Maybe let's pop some packs here. You want to pop some packs with me? Let's pop some packs. So we need Space-Time Smackdown. And I have next to nothing from these sets, I don't think. So I have very many pack hourglasses. So we're going to do what Sari loves to do and open 10 at a time, which is going to cost me 112 packs here. We're going to do that. Oh, you're here. Let's trade. Ooh, let's do it. Well, I just opened a bunch. I need Giant Cape. Do you have spare Giant Capes? I got my spirit animal. I got my Uxie. Oh, I love this already. We got a Snover. We're popping packs. We're popping packs for days. We got Oddish. Is that a knit? Is that a yarn Oddish? We got a Bronzor. Right out of the box first. First pack, I think we got the Giant Cape. Maybe we're good, Sari. Maybe we're okay. I'll trade with you anyway, though. And then I'll fight you. That's no lie. That was in the first pack we got a Giant Cape. That was beautiful. Mighty Aina. Do they have the clay art? I always love that. I'm sure some of them might. It's all just like normal, the normal art you would see from there. Are these cards just from the trading card game? I haven't actually played the TCG in a long time, but I have to think that at least some of this was pulled out from there. Nice Regirock. Nice Rotoms. I love me a Rotom. There's a Drifloon. I have no Giant Cape. See, then we're all good. I gotta think if I need anything else specifically. So let me... I definitely have that Eevee card. I definitely have that. So... And maybe that Shinx. So maybe they just kind of pull from like past sets. I don't really know how they find these. Thick fat. That's a Mamoswine. We got a Skorupi. We're gonna get a ton of news here. Oh, look at that Yan Mega! Ooh, and that's a Grass Boy. That would go great in that Auto Grass deck that I had prepped here, but I don't have a Yanma, do I? Maybe that's what I need. I need a Yanma, but we have a nice shiny Mesprit as well. You can use this attack only if you have Uxie and Azelf on your bench. Discard all energy. Wow, that is a huge... That is a huge cost. So you really need that synergy, don't you? I don't think that's worth it. Look at Probopass. Oh, there are just so many EXs. This is amazing. Gallade. Look at this Gallade. Gallade? I don't care. 20 more damage. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Rose Raid. We got a Slugma. We got a Roselia. We got an Apom. Another Gallade. Ooh, Gallade. Wow. I don't think we have Ralts or Kirlia, so it's fine. That's a lovely Leafeon. We're on pack number 8 here. Bibarel. There's a Gloom. There's a Bronzor. Nice little Floatzel. There's a Yanma. Okay, so now we can add that to the Autograss deck, and I think I will. Thanks for asking. Frost Rotom, Nosepass, Haunch Crow. That's big. That's a big one. Pokemon communication. Choose a Pokemon in your hand and switch it with a random Pokemon in your deck. Maybe not as huge. I didn't realize it was a random one. Last pack. Finian, Wormadam, Luxio, Wormadam. Look at that Volkner. Ooh! Choose one of your Electivire or Luxray, attach 2 from your deck. Okay. That's fine. It's very situational. The highlights. Well, we got the Giant Cape, so we'll have at least one to put in the deck, and that's fine. We can take Kamala out or something like that. The nice shiny stuff. We got the Yan. I love that Yan Mega. Gorgeous. We're dropping that into the Auto Grass deck immediately. We're gonna go in and do some surgeries. I would love to work on that Gallade a little bit. 2 for 70 plus. So a lot of those big Hulk and energy Mons like we played before. That's huge against that. 305 cards. $300 cards collected. The number 300 brings to mind Florges, because of course it does. It is said there was once a Florges that protected the garden of a castle for over 300 years. Wowee. So that's, all right, 40 different cards from the set. We have a ton of missions now that we're gonna have to go through and clear out, I'm sure. And we leveled up from that. Look at all the goodies. We're level 12, yay, we're learning. Complete some dex missions, just get some coinage, why not? The quickest way I learned, and they told me, is to just go back and forth in the mission menu until you clear them all out. I got a deck box. Now I got a new rental deck entirely. Okay, that's fun. With the highlight card for that, I get a Volkner-based rental deck as well. That's fun when you want to just experiment with different stuff. The Mesprit rental deck, that's cool too. And a Gallade rental deck, that's cool too, so you can play around with it right away. It seems like there's a limit on how many times you can use the rental decks before they expire. Did I see that right? New discoveries of the Sinnoh region. Did we clear them all out? We did. All right, let's do some quick deck building. So you can kind of get a feel for what I'm working with here. Again, we are just stitching together what we can. This is my Giratina deck, so what we're going to do is we're probably going to take out Mr. Koala here, since it really is almost a dead spot. And we're going to put in Giant Cape, if I can find it. I don't want to scroll through the sets. We're just going to search for Cape. That looks good. That's better anyway. Substantially better. Now if we go into Autograss, which again is just like a hodgepodge of crap, right? What was I getting rid of here? I wanted to make room for Yanma and Yanmega. So in order to do that, we're going to get rid of Komala, and we're going to get... This only has 3 supporters in it. That's probably not great. I just wish I had better supporters, generally. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of probably a Rangaroo. Not helping me a ton there. And then we're going to add the Yanma and the Yanmega. Well done. Then you just sort of end up powering up whatever comes to you first. Honestly. So just getting Masquerain are fine. I have the 2 Pokeballs. I prefer the Giratina deck. It's a little more streamlined and purpose-built. Speaking of, let's get back into the ranked matches here. With Giratina freshly swapped out with the Giant Cape. Maybe we'll get a second. Maybe we'll open more packs. We'll bust more packs. Maybe we'll get a second one. Who's to say? That would help a lot, honestly. We're just out here in Pokeball hell. Now we're going first. Would be a great time to get Giratina up and running here. And we get him right off the bat. Necrozma can probably go as well. And the Giant Cape. All right, let's see if it helps us. We're going to save it so it doesn't get Guzman out like immediately. So just give me some energy and go. We can fight too, Sari, if you want to fight. We were talking about fight. Oh, when is Community Helldivers Night? That's a good question. We owe a lot of more community. We owe a lot of more community stuff, right? Is what I was trying to say. We got to do more community things on the channel was the thought I was going for there, and it did not come out right. We'll discuss in a second here. Nothing really to do here but keep charging Giratina. Yeah, so I mean, we've been off of the Stardew community farm train for a while. We're due a Helldivers Night, largely because Full Metal and to a lesser extent Xerox have been doing their own thing on the Full Metal channel, largely. Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage. I don't like it. And schedules haven't really synced up, and you know, that's partially why, you know, Full Metal hasn't been streaming on the channel, and we were working with her on doing some additional review content, and that hasn't come to fruition yet. So we are due a community night, and Helldivers I think would be a fun one, so we will try to rev that up sooner rather than later, hopefully. So I'm going to one-shot the Lycanroc here. They're going to do a lot of damage, though. We're going to get some of that HP back. We're going to front end these heals too. Do both on it. Get it right back up there. And that puts me just below the Lycanroc, so it can't do Bloodfang again, which I like. I am going to need to start charging up something else. Since I don't know how long this thing will last for. Rockruff can't even attack me here, so what you gonna do about it? I'm gonna fight a fossil? And even if he evolves, I don't think Lycanroc has a 1 energy attack, so we should sniff him out pretty quick here. And there we go. Yeah, no, but we should do a Helldiver's Night. That would be fun. Honestly, once I get back from my upcoming trip here on Wednesday, that's Wednesday to Sunday. Once I'm home, I'm really going to try to... I got to get back in the normal groove of things with Hypocritic. I haven't been making much headway on a review because I've had, like, so little time to myself. And I will explain where I've been. Which we've kind of talked about a little bit, I think. I'm going to lay Oricorio down here and start that. I don't think it's going to matter. I get points for killing the fossil, right? Knocking it out. Yes. What do the fossils do here? Do we have like a... Yeah, okay. Asked and answered, I guess. Oh, so this is going to kill me. Okay, I see how it is. And this is why we charged up Oricorio in the back. Damn. This got real dicey all of a sudden, out of nowhere. And no energy is removed. That's the joys of flipping. Let's see if we can dazzle dance our way through this. I need one of the next 2 turns on Cranid. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we lost. Cool. Congrats. That, again, I'm still learning. I had no idea those evolutions existed. So, that went about as poorly as you could have imagined. I will not thank you for smushing me. Sorry. It's such a weird mechanic. Thanks for the... It's supposed to be like good game, I know, but... It just, it comes off a little silly. Right, but like I was saying, I've had like 0 time to myself in the past couple of weeks. From PAX, we got back from PAX on Monday. Had a lot of stuff come up between work and some personal stuff in the like late Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. So I had very little time to myself to actually do like hypocritic things. I even streamed late that week just because of how busy everything was. Then I was in Atlantic City for a wedding Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just got back yesterday, and I was so burned out after that. It was one of those like go hard all weekend kind of deals, big party kind of wedding. So basically useless Saturday and Sunday. Today was a work day, and I've been prepping for our trip out of the country starting on Wednesday, and that's a ton of work. So that was basically my whole day. We spent like 3 or 4 hours running around doing stuff, prepping for that trip. It's a lot going on. So I've had no time at all to really sit down and do hypocritic stuff. That will change once I get back from this trip on Sunday. We'll be in much better shape to get back on a usual cadence. It'll still probably take a week or 2 to get, reviews back in the pipeline, probably 2 weeks after that, but they'll all be coming, and we'll focus up and do our usual thing. Carnivine, my beloved. A lot of power linking here. All right, do I want to go straight for the Giratina? I do. This kind of depends what they're brewing back there. Vine Whip, not much. So that really needs the Arceus in play. That's doing 50 total. Unlike Giratina. Alakazam would be helpful here with the bench damage and the spread and do an 80 off the top. Could draw into it, I guess. Again, though, for just having a thrown together random deck of nothing, it's really not too bad. Necrozma's next to go out of this mess. Giratina fully powered up. I was thinking maybe starting to get Oricorio. Okay. More damage for each bench, and I can't one-shot it. This is why I really wanted Alakazam going. They don't have the energy. No one does. But Sprigatito's still abandoned up there. Do I retreat him and just start pummeling? I guess I do. Short of anything else. Because they do not have a lot of cards in back, which is encouraging. Cards in back, cards in hand, whatever. Alright, so Carnivine's up. They'll give me that Vine Whip, but I'll whip them out. Well, just when you think you're getting a reprieve with nothing crazy in hand, they always pull something out. It's not great. Yeah, so they're going after Giratina hard. And they get to kill me this turn. No? They could have killed me. Why didn't they? That would have wrecked my whole show. That would have been it, folks. Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that? I really need Alakazam going here. I really, really need it. I'm not finding it. Damn. Do I lose this one too? Because then they'll take me out with Meowscarada. I can't... It'll do 60 after that. I basically have to throw in and hope that I find Alakazam, right? I have 8 cards left. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I have any options here. That wouldn't even one-shot them anyway. Unless I just load up the Confused train, which is not going to help. Nah, I think they got me. Again, this is the joys of having something really stitched together like this. Another one? So they got perfectly everything that they wanted here. So even if I got Alakazam out at this point, that Cape's gonna put a 2-shot out of reach, so I'd need a very, very specific set of circumstances to pull this off. And I may still get it. Let's Hail Mary on this. Wrong order. I didn't even get Kadabra. If I had Kadabra, I could have had a chance here, but I don't think we've got it. I guess I can Cape and hold on for dear life, right? I basically have to draw into Alakazam next turn to win this. But it's not technically over. Technically. There's nothing else I want to do this turn? No. We didn't draw it. Okay. It was an incredibly long shot. Anyway. I can stall one more turn. If I get rid of all of his energies, I can potentially stall it out. So we have to throw this down first. And flip 2 heads. Or no heads. That's fine. Okay. That wasn't happening, no matter what. Back to it. I almost want to switch over. Let's just for shiggles, we're going to switch over to the grass deck. God knows how this is going to go. Bobby Boris P. Hi, Bobby. Now, this has a lot of Pokemon that can attack first, so of course we're not going to... Oh! I was definitely not expecting to go second. So can we get something that can attack right away? We can. That's a pretty good start. We're going to have to draw into some other stuff to make it more useful. Try to get a Bibarel going in the back. Maybe. It so desperately needs energy acceleration that I don't have. And a dangerous Mankey at that. Get your supporters out of here. That's helpful. That's still an awkward number to be at. I'll get the Lurantis going. 50-50 on 50 damage. Another supporter. Yeah, so they're just going to get whatever they want now. 20 more damage? So they can one-shot me right here for doing nothing. Okay. Damn. Alright, we gotta fight back here a little bit. Okay, Lurantis up, so I can't get one shot at least. That's not super helpful. At least we have another supporter next turn. Where do I throw the energy? Well, see, now I have no idea what's coming. I don't know if I'm going to get a Bibarel. I don't know if I'm going to find Decidueye. I don't know if I'm going to find Yanmega. It's too hard to commit to the Bibarel at this point because that's going to need 4 energy. So I should be able to kill the Mankey here, no matter what, right? Because he can't kill me. Come on. I'm just gonna spread all this damage out. Hopefully... Alright, so that's what, 70 on me? Ouch. Hate that healing supporter. Hate it. There's Yanmega. Alright, so we can start focusing on Yanmega, which is good. I wish I knew that before. Unless we get Decidueye out of here. Which we get completely useless things. So do we hope... Well, no, because then Machamp will be ready next turn, and then they'll pull it back and power press for infinite damage, and they evolved anyway. So once again, we're completely screwed. My decks just aren't good enough. That's what I'm learning here. So annoying. And then Machamp in the back. Machamp can one-shot anything with 2 more energy attached, so I'm gonna then need to lead on that Team Rocket grunt. I'm just squeaking these wins out if I'm gonna get them at all. Useless. And this does 120. And they won't bring Machamp out until it's too late, right? Because I can't even target it. Yeah. So they're going to attach to Machamp this turn. They're going to attach Machamp again next turn. But it won't be the active until it's ready to attack, so I can't call its energy out, which means I lose. Yep, lost this one too. Never stood a chance. Did I put Giant Cape in this deck? That would save me here if I had a Giant Cape, but of course I don't. So now here's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to Air Slash this Primate. They're going to bring Machamp up, and they're going to do 140 damage and kill me. So I'm not even going to fucking bother. Let me... That wasn't very fun. Let me do this. Do I have Giant Cape in this deck yet? I don't. How can I fit it in here? Let's get rid of Surskit and Masquerain. Not helping. There is so much... So the Jigglypuff and the Wigglytuff are kind of support for whoever's up front, right? I gotta put Cape in here for at absolute minimum. I hate the search in this. How it leaves it up across all the screens no matter what. Do I have any other supporters that could help me here? I have the 2 Pokeballs. I don't think there's much else, right? Maybe Guzma. All the basics, pretty much, aside from Bidoof, can attack, though, so that's good. Like, immediately. Let's give it another go. We've had a bad run here just because these decks are so bad, but let's see if we can't squeak a win out with our Autograss here. Hi, Kate. That was another yarn picture. You see that? How do I get those? Nice. That's beneficial with this because everyone is kind of built for that. All right, so we'll have Lurantis going right off the bat, and we have the whole evolutionary line in hand. Okay, I'm on board. I'm on board with this. I love this. I love this. Okay, this is great. This is a really solid start. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna, as long as I hold on to this hand, we'll be in good shape. That's, yeah, they don't even have the right energy up. That's the problem with like multi-energy decks. Is it randomized which energy type you get next? All right, Lurantis goes, Dartrix goes, energy back. This is great. This is when it's humming along. This is when it's really, really helpful. Yeah, on Mega, which I can't use yet. Attack everybody. I could clear them all out in a couple turns if Lurantis stays put. So why not? Right like that. Professor's Research. And we can get Yanmega too in the back. Why not? Even though, I mean, unless Lurantis goes down this turn, I'd like wipe their entire board. Oof. What do they have? Do they just have nothing? Seems like it. I'll have taken 10 turns of damage this whole game. That's kind of crazy. Lurantis! There you go. Pays for itself. Ouch! That spread on the basics is just brutal. Brutal. Very good. Okay. That covers a lot of lost ground. That's kind of cheese. I don't know. Good game. They never got going at all. I mean, you have such a spread on that, right? Again, you have two different types of energy in the deck. It seems to serve them up randomly. I'm yet to try that. So you can really get stuck in a holding pattern there where you can't attach anything useful to whoever you have in your active, and that's not good. We love starting with Fomantis. That's if Lurantis comes through, which doesn't always happen. This Autograss deck was auto-built initially. That's why it's named that. Just for me to have something to play with that's not a rental deck. That was the entire purpose of it. Kind of been holding its own a little bit, and I'm pleased with it. So we're just using makeshift decks here, doing whatever the hell it is we can to get any momentum online, and it's so far not the worst thing in the world. Really gonna need to see what the supporter gives us next turn. Hariyama. Alright, so we gotta start attacking. Switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Okay. Bunch of Hariyamas here. Okay. Okay. I see you. And that would not be good because that's going to bring out Bidoof for Bibarel, and that would not be ideal. So we got to get something else down on the bench too, maybe, potentially. That's not super helpful. That helps a little bit. Not loving it all of a sudden. Do I want to start stocking the Bibarel up? Not really. So it's just kind of a dead spot out there at the moment. Ugh. If I could somehow find Decidueye right here, oh, that would be amazing. We have the rare candy. That kind of works. Now let me see if I can delay this a little bit. One. At least they have to attach to him if they want to do anything again. Spread the love out. Razor Wing for 30. Slowly chip away at it. Bide some time. I've got 7 cards in deck. I don't know if I'm going to find it easily. And I do. That's great. Okay, that's really, really good. Should I have rare candied up on the fresh one? Yes, I absolutely should have. We'll deal with that. They can't really attack me on this next turn, which is good. So we're going to ride that out. That Rowlet's a dead spot now, so I guess that'll have to be okay. He's retreatable at least. That is some really good momentum for us. Double kick. I don't think I have... Oh, this would be great if Wigglytuff was here. Then we'd start healing slowly. It's just so hodgepodge. There's Lurantis. I have an interesting idea. Do I want to put some spread damage on it so that Decidueye can start picking them off one by one? I kind of do. And then I can target the ones that have specific energy on them. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's retreat out to Lurantis. Do the Petal Blizzard. So now I can target any one of these I want for an instant KO. Find where all of the energy sits and just start picking them off. So that's probably the best way to secure this that I can think of. Unless this comes through, and it doesn't. That would have delayed me a little bit, so that's a I think that kind of locks me in here then, right? I think we'll be good to go. There's Wigglytuff. Swap back to Decidueye. Who's most dangerous here? That's 40 damage. That's on the brink. So let's prevent Flamigo from attacking, even though Hariyama's up in the active, so I don't know that they can switch him out. That'll work. And that should be it. We got Conkeldurr. But I can just target any of the other things here. I mean, Hitmonchan is completely dead weight. Normally, that would have saved him. Did they just leave? Oh, come on. They played out their... Is this what happened? They played out their hand, knew they were going to lose, got all their cards out, and just quit. All right. Real good sportsmanship. Classy. Wasting... And that's the thing. Again, this has happened in Hearthstone so many times. You get to the end, you know you're beat. Instead of conceding, you just sit there and watch or you leave. So this happens, and literally just wasting life. It's a minute of my life I'll never get back, just sitting here watching the timer tick down. Salud, buddy. Love that. Well, I'm certainly going to play it out then. Not that I can do much. So had that Hitmonchan not be there, they would have been able to stall out for another turn. All other things being equal. But that's why we did the Petal Blizzard, so that we could take our pick of who we were targeting with Pierce the Pain, and that very clearly paid off, and that was the right move. So, thanks, Keg. Bad sportsmanship. No shop tickets for you. I think we can do a few more here tonight. We're on a 2-win streak with hastily put together grass deck, so we're gonna keep rolling with it. Hi, Katie matey. Helpful for going second. I like Pokemon from the Johto region. Now we're first. With a lone Rowlet to show for it. Shup it. Shup it. I'm going to support her right off the bat here. Into a whole lot of nothing. This is really bad. Okay, so no other draw support, no other evolution past Dartrix, no other basics I can even play. Oh, that's gross. At least I'll have 30 right off the bat with Dartrix, and that's about it. That's literally all I've got. Everything else is completely dead. It's all evolutions. They're all evolutions, or they're cards I can't play. They have no tools. I don't have Decidueye yet. What's this do? During your opponent's next turn, they can't take any energy to attach to their active Pokemon. Okay, that's fine. I can do other stuff in the background. Damn it! And that's 30 damage or 20? It's 30. Alright, so unless I get something significant going in the back here, I'm going to lose. That's just for survival at this point. I can't kill the Bannet, and Rowlet can't kill it. I only have one Dartrix. So I literally can't do anything. No basics, nothing to speak of. I mean, Decidueye right here would be super helpful. Again, another evolution I can't use. I can't even play another Pokemon. What is this shit? Yuck. Well, I'm ready for the inevitable Decidueye, I guess. I need Decidueye, or I have to Professor's research into it. Or I'm completely hosed. I'm probably hosed anyway. Will that one-shot me? No. Now, if I get it right here, yes, that would give me some traction, because I'll have the TikTok advantage here, where I can put damage on it and two-shot it before it could two-shot me, but I really need something to draw here. And the game's fucking over. Never stood a chance. I can stall for one more turn. And that's all I can do. Again, if I draw into it here, we're still okay. But if not, I've got no other options. That's the worst possible hand I could have had. Nothing playable. Absolutely nothing. So that's fun. And that's how the game goes sometimes. You can have the most expertly, exquisitely crafted deck in the world. You could be a world-class player. You can just get shit in your hand. You have no way to get rid of the shit. And you lose. So it, you know... As with any card game, skill only gets you so far. There's always that element of luck involved with what you draw and when. Going second is a little more advantageous for this deck, so... But again, of all the basics in here, I pull the one that really doesn't help me. That and Bidoof are just not... I gotta take all them out, yeah? Doesn't really help. And I'm weak to them. That's good. Giant Cape, Pokeball. I can get... Okay. If I can find Rowlet quickly, we'll have the evolutionary line starting in the back. And we can make something out of it. Maybe. We beat this deck just recently, or something like it. It's the least useful thing I could imagine right now. Give me a Rowlet. Absolutely not. Why would you? Alright, so we're hosed again, I think. I could maybe start getting Yanmega charged up, and that would start one-shotting pretty much everything except for that! Nope. Ugh. Oh, okay. Shuffle in and draw the equivalent. I can work with that. I don't want to work with that. Alright, so I'll kill the Rockruff before he can evolve. That's nice. Okay, so we got a little momentum here. Still no... Okay. Now, Mega goes over there. We'll deal with them in a minute. Wigglytuff goes up here. Attach to you. Get dead. Take the poison damage. And figure it out from there. At least we have something doing damage up front, and I can work on the Yanmega in the back. I'll heal the poison damage. I'm feeling a little better about this. Not much. Just take all your draws. I don't need to draw. I'm very supporter weak in this deck, to be fair. But there's also a lot of options at the same time. It's just a weird... It's just hodgepodge. It's gross. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, 10 heals every turn. I might die here anyway. Perfect. Except I don't have the Decidueye now. Do I have to commit to the Yanmega even though I don't have 3 turns to get it ready? Because now Wigglytuff's gonna die. I don't have 3 turns to get ready, like I said. I guess. And I can't kill him. I really needed Decidueye sooner. Sigh. Do you notice how the playmats shape shift between turns? I like that touch. I'd say I've just started playing this, but I really like that touch to move, you know, to signify your chosen playmat when it's time. I need more fucking cards, man. I got diddly dick here. I mean, they're healing like crazy. They're doing all this fun support stuff, and I have absolutely nothing. I gotta throw a Rowlet to the wolves here. What else can I do? I can't even retreat the Rowlet. My pal's back. Hey, Vinny, we're struggling with our garbage stitched together decks here. Would Giratina have been better here? Probably. We're just toggling between the Garbo at this point. I think I'm taking Bidoof and Bibarel out after this. It's just not conducive. There's a lot of those other starters that are just not helping me. Stalling. Stalling! Let's see, now they have a lot of time to store energy up and back. Five cards left. And we're just going to start trading barbs, and I'm going to go down. Probably should not have given him that one. It doesn't matter. This was lost anyway. I'm just dragging it out. Unless it's not. Because I only need 2 more points. I kill Makuhita here. I kill something next turn because this thing's weak to grass, so I can one-shot that too. We might actually be okay. I've been super pessimistic on this one, but actually, I don't think they can. The only way they could do it is if Marowak gets the 2-head, but they started. Okay. I figure the only way they could do it is if Marowak flips the 2 heads and does 160 damage and kills me. But they sent Lycanroc out instead. And I'm one-shotting everything on the field here, so... Still. So that's 100. Yeah, so I got him. That's really unexpected, honestly. And we got the concede. Okay! I didn't realize that entire time that I had a point already. So here I am thinking I gotta climb the whole mountain, and I didn't even realize. So now if I can get on a streak here, if I can win this next one, I think I'll rank up. Right? Because I'll get a streak bonus plus however many points I get. Maybe? I don't know. Nope. I gotta edit this deck. We gotta do a little tweaky tweak. What do I want to do with it? Well, first things first. Bidoof's gotta go. Bibarel's gotta go. Just not helpful enough. So we have the Guzma back. That's good. I don't think there's any other Pokemon I want to add. So we need like potions. How about potions? That's already a good start, I feel like. Until I can find some other grass mons that are maybe a little more useful. We have Roselia and Roserade now. Leafeon. Not super helpful. The Decidueye is great. I would love another Decidueye. Maybe we can find another Decidueye. Maybe we can trade for another Decidueye. And another Dartrix would be nice. Let's start with this. We added the potions in. Got rid of the barrel, or yeah, that dead weight. Let's give it another go. And then in the meantime, which Decidueye TCG Pocket is in which? Celestial Guardians. So maybe we'll do another 10 spot of those. Going first. Ooh. That's exciting. Mirror match. Mirror match. Decidueye won't get going until turn 3. So I'll need to get energy here. Let's see what they come up with first. I'm gonna try to find something else. Ooh. Do they have the rare candy in back? This is the question here. Because if I go up to Dartrix and they have the rare candy, they're gonna kill me immediately, and then that's basically game over. If they don't, then Dartrix will put me in a very good position with damage on the Rowlet. Let's assume they don't have it, because this is the first time I've seen me do it the whole day. I'm going to play down the second Rowlet, hedge my bets. Put down Dartrix. The Giant Cape won't help me. Razor Wing and just see if they have it. Should I have put Decidueye up? Probably. Son of a bitch! What are the odds that they have it? This is the first time I've seen this play all game. Now, they probably are more built for it. Oh, that's so annoying. Piss off with that. Well, see, even if I did do it, they would have had the turn advantage with damage, so I have to dance around this now. I should have done, yep, and I fucked that up. I should have put the energy on Lurantis. I could have been attacking this whole time and charging up in the background. But I'm stupid, so I threw this one too. That's okay. I can hope he can't attack me, and why would that ever work? Alright, well, I lost this one, and that's entirely my fault, because I'm fucking dumb. Because I could have Petal Blizzarded twice while he was out. Though I would have brought him to 100 damage and then Pierce the Pain would have killed him. So I threw this one. Completely threw it. Well, we didn't deserve to win then. That's all that means. We may still be able to do this. I'm not confident in it. I would have loved to get a little energy off of that, but it's not how it goes. Oh, they heal anyway. My deck sucks. I don't have any cards. I don't have nearly enough cards to do this. They smartly pulled it back. So now they're going to have turn advantage on Decidueye, and they're going to win for sure. That was smart. I blew this. I completely blew it. I'm so frustrated. And he's at full health, so I have no other options here. Unless I happen upon one of my potions after he attacks me here. Well, he can't... I've got one more turn here, technically, don't I? Because... unless he Guzmas out that tool, I can still get him next... well, let me think. Ah! There's a potion, that's good. Oh, there's a Wigglytuff, that's even better, okay. So I'm healing all of this. I'm doing 80 damage this turn, that puts him at 90 unless he heals again. Not convinced this is gonna work for me, but we're gonna try. So I get to heal a lot here, which is good. I mean, he's doing a hundo anyway. So I really just have to hope that he has no damage on him. So why am I even getting the option for that attack? If he heals this turn, then I think I lose. If he doesn't heal this turn, then I think I've got him. But I did not deserve to win if that's the case. I really blew it early on. Can he heal? He has 4 cards in hand. Do you have another supporter like that? Do you have potions? Can you heal? Do you have a giant cape? There's an energy on there. No, he can't. Okay, so I guess that's that then, yeah? Do not call it a comeback. I did not deserve that. I was really salty about that, and rightfully so, because I blew that, blew it to bits. Still managed to pull it off. Again, probably because I wasn't calculating the damage properly, assuming that I would have just blown it. And that's our rank up, folks. That's Pokeball rank 2 with our garbage decks. How about it? We got a D20 from Vinny. We'll do the D20 right here. What are you saying here? Honestly, the one Game Boy Color game that made me rage quit the worst as a kid was none other than Pokemon TCG. Like, I mean, shouting, pulling the cartridge while the game is on, and throwing it across the room level. That is legit rage. I gotta tell you. I will do your D20 here first. Notice it's now 60 FPS. What a fancy dice cam. For 10, and that's some dabs. So let's give you a 1d6 worth of dabs. 4 dabs. A 1 dab, a 2 dab, a 3 dab, a 4 dab. Thank you for that. It is frustrating when it's a not your fault kind of loss where the deck just doesn't draw the way you want it to. That is annoying. Better lucky than good. With the right draws at the right time. It's really annoying, and you beat yourself up when you do it to yourself. You played yourself, right? That's what would always get me, because I have the Yanmega here. Let's do that. That's happened to me. You start to think, so when you play the full TCG competitively, you try to think multiple turns ahead because you see the game state, you see the board, you know what's going to happen, more or less. You, as the game evolves, you kind of understand where the win conditions are on the board, what, you know, your opponent needs to win, and you're kind of thinking along the same lines, so you're trying to outsmart each other and kind of dance around what you know is happening. And you can get a little too clever, you can play yourself, you can be a little silly about it. But it was always the most frustrating thing for me is when I would either outthink myself or miss something really obvious that I should, you know, that would end up costing me the game. And just a really, like, either basic or, you know, 300 IQ play that I should have had and that I knew that I could have done, but ultimately didn't for whatever reason. And we had a couple of those here tonight. So I'm bringing that sort of like really hardcore competitive thinking into this ranked stuff because it is ranked, because naturally you just go really hard on it, right? And that's just how it is. I'm gonna... Do I leave Laurent? I was going to put Laurantis up, but there's nothing on the bench. No, Yanmega's good up top. We're going to throw an energy on it. We're going to throw a potion on to get rid of that damage. Back up to full. We can't attack this turn, but we don't really need to. I'm waiting for the day you go all in on a dab, probably, with knock equipment everywhere. I would do it. I've already knocked full beverages onto the desk and, like, gotten water in my, or around my keyboard. So it's already happened, where stuff has gotten well and truly yucked up. So I try to mitigate it a little bit. If I ever do wireless, a wireless headset, that would make it a lot easier. And that's a smush. They never even got another basic out. I'm sorry. But there it is. Yanmega for the win. Good ad. That was a great ad. And we got that streak going. That's thanking them after that level of loss is probably not nice. That's a 3-game win streak with, again, these crummy ass stitched together decks. It's great. I've been really enjoying TCG Pocket. I really have been. Again, we were kind of slow on the uptake here. Justin and Teresa were telling me for probably weeks, you gotta play TCG Pocket. You gotta get on TCG Pocket. It's so fun. You're gonna love it. You gotta play TCG Pocket. And it's one of those things like with Balatro. It just sometimes takes me a while to get into it and actually like sit down and figure it out and add it into my like rotation of games. But once I do, they're now 2 for 2 on games that have just really connected with me. Unlike this game failing to connect. There it is. So you just got to make fun of it a little bit. Nice to meet you too, Nano. All right, go in second. We can deal with that. See what we get out of it. All right. It's a pretty good start. Ooh. You just got to be careful with the vine whippings. Keep that Yanmega handy. Shouting like a zombie. Balatro! I don't think that's how the zombie sounds. But it's true. Oh, goody. Where's the Celebi? I already know it's coming. Well, if they can power him up somehow, I'm dead in this turn because I have nothing else to play. This is the donk almost that you try to avoid. I have to evolve up to Yanmega just to do a self-preservation exercise here. But they did... Oh, yeah, they didn't attach an energy, so he can't attack. Because you can't attach an energy turn 1 if you go first. That's right. Let's prevent Bulbasaur from attacking at all. Can we get 1 heads? Can I get 1 heads? Fuck, no, I can't! This card's useless. Alright, they are just playing down. I would love another basic to show up. At this point, what you call it would be real nice. Well, they're also, like, they just have no energy in back, so that's helpful. I can potion up a little bit here, so this isn't the worst thing. I just have nothing aside from Yanmega right now. A Rowlet would be nice. We're not going to see it. Makes the turns nice and straightforward, though. Point. Again, it's first to 3 points, in case you're just joining us. Rosalia can attack me next turn. Servine cannot. And we'll have to keep burning the energies on Yanmega, but I can at least keep attacking. And one-shotting everything at this point. Because Rose Raid is what, 100 HP? Something like that? And there's the concede. All right. We knew that. I mean, at least we had something going. The hand was Garbo, but we were at least... We were set up with something. Oh, that's a lot. That was a lot of points. Points gained 10. Win streak 9 for a 4-win streak. Does it go up by 3 every time? Would it be 12 next time? We're on a 4-win streak. Again, with this dumpy little grass deck, I'm surprised. All right, let's see if we can make it 5. We want to go for 5. We want to go for 5. And then maybe we'll celebrate by opening some more Celestial Guardians packs. First... I can deal with that. We'll have Lurantis going right off the bat, unless the hand gets shuffled in. Yanma's good to start with. Can we get a Rowlet? We can. Pretty good setup. Pretty good setup. So they'll just start attaching energy to the bench, and that's a great engine in a setup like this, where energy acceleration is so difficult to come by. Because the mechanics are just generally not as like high octane and like power creep as they are in the normal TCG. There's Yanmega, very good. Okay, we got a game. We got ourselves a game. We're going to start with Lurantis. This is great because now we're going to start doing that 20 damage spread across the bench, which is really helpful. We can power up Yanmega in the background, and we have some runway, so let's use it. Murder that Magikarp next turn if they don't turn up a Gyarados. I have to think they have ways to get it. They do. We can still keep chipping away at it, though. That does... discard a random energy from among the energy attached to all Pokemon. Oh, and he's going to be ready to go next turn. Oh, boy. That's not nice. That cape will go on Yanmega. Eventually. That sucks. So he's going to be ready to go now. Manaphy retreat. He'll do 140 to me. You could potentially discard my Yanmega's energy too, right? But he's got 6 energy over there. I will have 1. That's devastating to me. Okay. That's actually very bad, because now I can't... Ugh. Random energy gets discarded. I don't really have any good options here. Okay, he lost the energy. And he's got Eevee back doing damage, so I don't know that this is winnable. This was actually probably over before it even started. Again, once he had Gyarados turn 2, that was it. Because I'll attack him, get him down to 20. He'll attack me, get me down to 20. I'll attack him again. I'll knock out the Gyarados. He'll attack me with Eevee back, probably. And that'll be it. That's how I'm predicting this will go. Unless he doesn't evolve Eevee and it flips tails, that's the only way I think I really win this. Or I randomly lose an energy. That's the only way I think this really happens. I can potentially potion up and survive another hit from the Eevee, so I could make like 1 heads. I could survive 1 heads if this all plays out properly here. Now he has to reattach. If I lose this energy here, I lose. If I lose my tool here, I lose. I lose. That was another. I wasn't even considering, hey, switch them out, but yeah, that's certainly a way to do it. The streak is dead. Thanks for kicking my ass. That was never in hand. I never really stood a chance. That Manaphy energy acceleration is so huge because you get really freedom to power up your bench from turn 1 if you go first, or if you have him out first. I mean, all right. So Yanma's back. Pokeball into something here. We get the Rowlet. That's good. And we get some draw support, which is nice. Nothing usable. Sprigatito. And the Meowscarada's coming. I know this. Not helpful. Nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing. Garbage hand. Just stranded. I get 20 damage worth of heals? Can both of those abilities activate? Yeah, wow. Alright, so I can't damage them right now with Yanma. Pick one random grass Pokemon from your deck near him. Okay. Useless. Completely useless. It really can't, though. So I'm basically wasting time. I have no bench to develop. Dead hand. Completely dead hand. Boo. And they're swimming. They're doing swimmingly. Rare candy up to Meowscarada, make my entire day. Yep. Now, if I can get a rare candy here, I'll stand a chance. But once again, because I drew dead, it's dead drawing. I get nothing. Worthless, useless. Never stood a chance. Hot and cold. Hot and cold. Bleeding points. Thanks for kicking my ass. Do it again. Ring. Oh no. More consistency, because I only have one Dartrix, one Decidueye, and one Rare Candy. More consistency among all those things would be really, really nice. But I need more cards. Rare Candy is in Celestial Guardians, and so is Decidueye, right? It is. So we're just going to go in on Celestial Guardians like crazy after this. Try to get some goodies. All right, what do I have? I'm going second. If I can hold on to this hand, I have Decidueye up and running turn 2. This is when it's beautiful. This is the sort of consistency that you want to have. I need more Decidueyes and Rare Candies to make it happen. I can kill him in 2 turns. I want to see... Can we hold on to this hand for 2 turns? Both their Pokeballs right off the bat. All right, 1 turn down. Oh, we get some draw support as well. It's finally. Love that. Oh, wow, we have such a functional hand. This is crazy. I'm not used to this. I probably should have put it on the bench one because I can go snipe it if I have to. But they're not attacking me anyway. So again, as long as this hand holds, it is a perfect hand. This is absolutely perfect. Yeah, see, that's why I wanted to... Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, they can't attack. That's fine. I really needed to snipe that Lucario in back, so I should have done those things. All right, but we have the perfect hand here. What do you do? Okay. Wigglytuff for heals. Let's get some energy on here. Well, let's throw down Yanma. Build that in the back. Down, no energy for you. We are in control for once. We are decidedly in control. I really wish I put the 10 damage on that Lucario. Because I can't one-shot it right now. There's that. Can't be effective, but that's fine. Curlia, so they're building the Gallade? They might be going to Gallade. There's Yanmega. Wow! It's actually working! We're getting everything we actually need all at the same time that we need it! I'm stunned. Truly. All right, Lucario's taking shots. And Lucario can't retreat, which means they'll lose that fighting damage buff from fighting types. That'll do what? Not enough to kill me. We're in really good shape here. We are in really, really good shape. That's all I really need to do. Razor Leaf, kill him. There goes the buff. Very good. We're one away now. That's where that Lurantis spread damage helps, because then I could start picking off 100 damage apiece on the bench, which is just devastating, and we love that. So they'll get an attack off here. I think if it's just 90 damage, I survive it pretty well. That's fine. Because I get 80 damage on them, they die no matter what. Yes, that puts me at 80. I heal 40 here. Oh, I heal 60. Oh, man. That's brutal. This, again, this is just perfect. This is running perfectly. That's exactly what you want the deck to do. And that's the consistency I want to get with some of those better cards. So... they can't, because he, at most, he's doing 20 per on the bench. So even if he filled the bench, that's 130 total. He's not killing me next turn. Oh, man. Razor Leaf. So he's, yeah. Wow. Completely in hand from the very beginning. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. We've got a bunch of cards in back. In hand, I don't know. Yeah, so... okay, can't kill him this turn now. That's fair. That's what I was afraid of, kind of. That always seems to happen. They have the healing back. They can... keep themselves secure. But we have Yanmega fully charged up, ready to go. Regardless. So they're dead no matter what. Unless they heal again next turn. But I'm just going to do 100 damage now anyway. And then I'm one-shotting everything on the field by a wide margin. My pal's a mastermind. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking through my allergies, man. I am just fatigued as hell. All right, so there's no heals off of that. Unless there's potions floating around. Not that it matters. Unless you, like, evolve to Guard of Gallade or Gardevoir and throw them out. But is Gallade weak? No, Gallade's weak to Psychic, probably. The only way I think they really stretch this out anymore is they play Gardevoir or Gallade, evolve the Kirlia, pull Arceus back, and just pray for something. But I don't think they have a point yet. Yeah. There was no way. Bam! And I mean, that in a nutshell is what that deck is supposed to do. Get that Decidueye out quickly. You're attacking full force by turn 2. It's brutal. I'm getting sleepy. I gotta drive to work in the morning. It feels a little cheese thanking them for that one. Let's open some more packs before we go to bed. How about that? Let's do some Celestial Guardians. Do the packs matter? They don't in real life. The Solgaleo pack has Solgaleo, which is better than Lunala. Crabominable and Raichu seem pretty okay. So they do have a difference. There are tool cards. Okay. Early impressions Solgaleo plus rare candy is very strong, so I'd recommend Solgaleo. I would like Solgaleo. We need to find the difference before we commit to 10 packs here. Solgaleo. So I'll go with a Solgaleo pack, right? So that has Leaf Cape, that has Serena, that is the Tapus. Solgaleo pack offering rate. Sorry, I'm looking through this as I go here just to decide what I'm sinking all my money into. Rotom decks. I don't know where the rare candies live. Highlights from each pack. That's all I need to know. So the Lunala packs have Decidueye and Wishy-Washy. Solgaleo has more generally, it looks like. Primarina, Alolan Ninetales, Wishy-Washy, Decidueye, Lunala. Alright, well. Where's the what I need to know is where the rare candy lives. Sorry for the delay here. Rare candy. Any pack. Okay, so then we'll go Lunala to try to get some Decidueye action. Here we go. Full Metal is here. Hello! Pokemon TCG right as I break into pack opening shorts. See? There's our corporate synergies at work. No, Justin and Teresa finally turned me on to Pocket during PAX, and I finally dug into it, and now I'm completely obsessed, and we just did hours and hours of work on this. So maybe now that you're here, we can do a couple matches with my dumpy mashed together decks. All right, the candies are in any pack, so we're going in 10 packs of Celestial Guardians, Lunala. Let's see what we got, baby. A lot of these we're already going to have, so there probably won't be many surprises. That's one pack down. Timber. Big Malasada. Ooh, that's nice. Stuck on Tarmac. Well, maybe we can oblige for a little bit. Rowlet, we have Hariyama, okay. Cubone, Hakamowo, Execute, Trubbish, Kiawe, not a helpful supporter. Masquerain, we already have. Dugtrio, the Rockruff, Alolan Sandshrew, Oricorio Fire, nothing super useful so far. Spoink! Wishy-Washy, another Oricorio. Another Wishy-Washy Turtonator. It's interesting. Rockruff, Diglett. No, we got like 3 or 4 EXs from the last 10 pack. We're in pack number 7, and this is pretty garbo. Another Alolan Muck I'm never going to use. Askanisha Fishing Net. Togedemaru, more lull. A shinier Turtonator. That's a nice looking one. These aren't packs from the codes in the no, this is all exclusive to Pocket. You open them naturally through time as you kind of like regain energy. There's one. That's not helpful at all. There's Excadrill. This is completely separate from the actual trading card game. You'll see in... Alright, so that did not help me at all. This is like a condensed version of the trading card game. The power creep isn't as severe. There's no prize cards. It's just first to 3 points wins. 1 point for knocking out a regular Pokemon, 2 points for an EX. Very simplified mechanics, only 3 bench slots. The cards aren't as crazy. It's much more straightforward. Easier to wrap your head around. Alright, so I got nothing that's going to help me build out those decks, but at least we opened a lot of packs. We're going to clear some missions here, I guess. Get a lot of rental decks so we can play around with them. Give me some ideas. This is my new addiction, I'm calling it. It's great. It's so much fun. It's really simple. It's lightweight. It's ideal for a pocket-sized experience. You pull it out. Most matches are over in 5 minutes or less. So, whereas with the normal trading card game, it's best of 3 across like 45 minutes or an hour. So you're in and out of games a lot faster. We're going in. This was an auto-built deck at first that I've kind of massaged over the past day or two. It's better to go second because we have a lot of Pokemon that can attack with 1 energy. Like Yanma and Rowlet here. So... we at least have some evolutionary steps here. Let's start with Rowlet. Feeling good about it. We can get Decidueye running quickly. That'll be ideal. So you'll see how it works. If you're familiar with the normal TCG, that's not great. You'll see the familiarity in how this seems like a kind of watered down or simpler version of it. All right, we'll start with Rowlet here. Give me some wiggle room. We're going to take damage from that. We do have a potion, though, so we can heal out from it. They can't attack currently. That may change. Still can't attack. We're gonna get Dartrix going here. More draw support. That's like all of our draw support. And not super useful. Fomantis. Clears out the poison. Play down Jigglypuff, because why not? Potion that Barb away. At least pulls me back to 100. Oh, of course energy can be attached. What am I doing? Where do I want it to go? Start charging for Yanmega, just in case. Now we gotta find Decidueye. That's gonna be the hard part. While this is all happening, we got a lot of different stuff we can start with here. The Poison Barb is not super helpful, and there's Solgaleo, and we are immediately fucked. That's 120 damage off of 2 energy. That's what I should have. That's what I want to be fishing for. We're dead. The game's over. Unless I can Yanmega here really, really quickly. I have no way to win this. They got Soul. They're doing 120 damage. Turn 2. It's over. Unless I can take all of their energy away. Let's see if I can. And I have time. I need 2 heads here. 1 heads. 2 heads. Okay, we got it. I'm very surprised. That card has not cooperated all night long. So it's not over yet, technically. But I'm basically at the mercy of 1 draw at a time here. I need Yanmega, basically. And I need it in the next 2 turns. The heals are helpful. Counteracts the poison. 5 cards in there. Will I find Yanmega? If I do find Yanmega, we've got a chance. Oh, he's just got endless options over there. I have none options. That's fine. That is so busted. All right. Where is it? You lose. Again, never really stood a chance. We were Hail Marying that whole time. Because he got that out. That's it. We don't have the firepower to compete with that. Even if I had like the Giratina deck going, that was not gonna happen. How about another one? It's been very streaky. We'll like win 4 in a row or 3 in a row, then we'll lose 2 or 3 in a row, and then back and forth and back and forth. Second is good. That's not super great. Leak Slap for 40? That's a great one to start out with. You throw that Farfetch'd out to start. Just soak up the 40 damage while you're building something in back. That's fine. Yanma, Cape, Grunt, Guzma. Not ideal. And Giratina already. I think we already lost this one. Let's see. Nope. That Giratina is going to be ready in 2 turns, more or less, to get going. And then once they're up, it's 130 damage every time, and I can't really stop it. So I'm going to have to start targeting it specifically with damage and hope that I can build something in the meantime that can hit it for all it's worth. I'm almost positive this is another loss. All right, at least you can kind of tell early on, because the games move so quickly and the plays are kind of so predictable. You can tell oftentimes a turn or 2 in whether you're gonna win or not, or whether you really have a chance. And I don't have a chance here. I don't think I do. Yeah, because like I'm drawing fucking nothing again. No evolutions, nothing I can lean on here. No way to go get them. All I can maybe hope to shed all the energy off of Giratina, but they're completely rolling and I've got absolutely nothing happening here. I can Guzma that off. That's about it. I'm getting a fucking Bucky. What did that do? No, it's useless. There's no... I gotta shave like every energy off of this thing I possibly can. That got me nowhere. Nope. I have a similar Giratina deck built. Maybe we switch to it because this is just not getting me anywhere. Now, that's 2 in a row. Maybe one more with that? It's fun when it works. Maybe we'll give it one more. I see a lot of emblems there and I get... That's discouraging already. Unova versus Johto. We go first. That's a terrible starting hand. I need, again, the consistency's not there. I don't have 2 Decidueye yet. I don't have multiple rare candies. I'm drowning in you know, green. I'm too green to this is what I'm trying to say. I don't have the card stockpile built up yet. And then you saw I sunk, 10 booster packs in and I got nothing. I just pulled half my draw support and got fucking nothing. No plays. I have nothing possible. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff can probably go. Again, once I have a second rare candy and a second Decidueye to use. I gotta do some trades. I gotta bug Sari and Justin and be like, hey, I need cards. This is useless to me. I cannot stress enough how absolutely useless this hand is to start. Unless, again, I luck into Decidueye right off the top here. I have the rare candy, I don't have the Decidueye, and I don't know how I'm going to find it. Because now they're already attacking me for potentially 100 damage. 2 heads and this is over, pretty much. None heads. That's the risk you run. With Celebi, isn't it? Alright, well that was a bit of a reprieve. Can I get a Dartrix at least? Nope! Fucking no way. Why would I? Again, no evolutions here. Nothing to speak of. And I'm doing 10 damage like a little derp-a-derp. Literally nothing I can do. And there's 10 cards in my deck that I'm just drawing one by one, hoping something happens. But that's what happens. So he's just going to keep chaining energies onto Celebi and just brute forcing coin flips. No way. What the fuck? Oh my god. That's... I mean, this shouldn't be even close at this point. And it's not because I cannot draw a single evolution that I need. They're all going to be at the bottom of the deck. None of this is helpful. This is wild. Okay. That they've rolled way too many tails. That's just so unfortunate for them. Maybe they can we take advantage here? Where's this energy going? It's so hard to predict because I don't know what's coming. Do I start powering up for Decidueye? Do I start powering up for Yanmega? If I draw a Decidueye on this next turn, I'm going to be so mad. Basically, whatever one I put the energy on, I'm going to draw the opposite. That's all there is to it. So now I'm just kind of stalling until... See, they are just completely loading that Celebi up. No, that's impossible. It is impossible. I'm still not dead, though. That's crazy. That is absolutely wild. I still don't have anything that I need. Dartrix is kind of helpful here. I have 8 cards left. I gotta find one sooner or later here. Now that I have Celebi at 100, that's a pretty good spot for it to be at. Save any healing. Because either Yanmega... Oh, okay. That's fine. They need a lot of energy on that. Celebi's got 4. I can't imagine they're going to keep loading the Celebi. No. Alright, we're dead. That makes a little more sense. Alright, so I have at least some retreat buffer on the Yanma here, and I cannot believe this! Where are my cards? I can't. I'm being handed this one, and I cannot find a single card that I need. Not a one. I have like 3 options here. And I can't find a goddamn single thing. 7 cards left. Alright, so I gotta throw Team Rocket Grunt down, try to get some of these energies off the Celebi. 1 energy, 2 energies off. This is this is pulling teeth. This is so painful, I cannot express how painful this is. Now watch me get Yanmega next turn now that Yanma's not ready. That's fine. They keep loading that Celebi. I'd almost be prepping that Delmise at this point. Alright, 3 flips. And they killed me, okay. Alright, well, let's see if I get it. Alright, the draw support is great. There's 6 cards left in deck. Can we find a Decidueye? The Decidueye. We can! Oh my god, finally! Ugh. This was pure pain all the way around. And Delmise can't attack next turn. Oh, baby. We are in good shape now. Took forever to get here, but we got here. Energy up. 100 on Celebi. Again, that's why you shouldn't be like overloading that Celebi. If they had put energy on the Delmise last turn, they could attack this turn, and I'd be in much worse position. Now I only need one, so they're going to bring the Delmise up probably, right? Just to stall? Yeah. But now I'm going to be healing like crazy, so even if they were attacking, I've got a ton of wiggle room. Yeah, see, they should have... Had they put energy on the Delmise, at least they're doing 80. I don't know that it would have been enough, but it would have been closer. We stalled out just long enough, basically, to get the deck to cooperate. And they conceded. Yep, that's it. Good. Oh, that was so painful. But those are the kinds of things we're working through. We have to rely on that luck a little more, because I don't have the consistency built in the decks yet. Let's try the other deck. Let's have a quick peek at the Giratina deck. What are my highlight cards? Yeah. Abra, Mimikyu, Cadet. A lot more options, at least. Potions, Pokeballs, rare candies, giant cape. This is a lot more functional. Can I get Necrozma out of there? That's the thing. Necrozma is pretty gross. Not ever gonna use it. I like the Uxie Mesprit Azelf combo in theory. Pokemon communication, maybe. I feel like that's got more potential than Necrozma basically just being a dead slot in my hand. Right? Yeah, we might as well. Alright, Necrozma goes. And in its place, we add a Pokemon communication. Switch a Pokemon in your hand with a random one from your deck. And let's play a match with Giratina. It's all that ranked pressure. Normal, like, just spitballing random battles, we don't care. But it's ranked. We gotta be hard. We gotta be competitive. We gotta go, whoa! It's the sound it makes. We got a Korean friend. This deck doesn't like going second as much. Maybe it doesn't matter. We want Giratina out, like, immediately here. Immediately. Swap that out, try to get one. That's like the least useful thing we could have gotten. At least we'll start charging Sableye to do something. Now we're going to be at the mercy of one card at a time. Like we love. There's Giratina. But now I'm going to start attacking, so I can't really start charging it like I would. So for reference here, this has its ability, once during your turn, you may take a psychic energy from your zone, put it onto it, but then my turn ends, so I can't attack with it, and I need 4 energy for it to be useful. But that's okay. We're going to let Sableye start doing its thing. Can't retreat, so we've got it locked up there, and then we'll start charging. See, this thing does the turbo. Take 2 steel energy and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. That's big. So you can teleport out. It's going to force him to, at least. Okay. I'm waiting for the Solgaleos. That'll be fun. Let's see if we can't delay this. Can we get an energy removal? We can! Very good. Okay, that's great. So now Dialga's kind of useless up there. We can start charging Giratina. And with no retreating, they're pretty much sitting and absorbing all this damage, which is good for us. Just kind of biding our time on it. So now we put them in a situation. But Giratina still needs a lot of energy to get there. Okay, so you're looking for Solgaleo back there, yeah? 120 damage. Rare candy up to what? Yep. Oh, and they can switch out anyway. Yeah, that's right. This thing fucking sucks. So that's the king. That is the ultimate card in this that I've seen so far. It can switch at any time, so what I did with Sableye didn't matter at all. It's doing 120 damage within 2 turns, so it can one-shot nearly everything except for big EXs. It's almost an automatic win. Like, I'm just conceding. There's no point. Disgusting. So you basically, and I mean, I know it's a stage 2, but you get Solgaleo out, you win. That's it. That's what it feels like. Because unless you can squish out the lower level evolutions, you're not countering that. Even it does 10 damage to itself, 2 energy for 120 damage. Giratina does 30 damage to itself. Compare these attacks. Solgaleo does 120 damage for 2 energy, and it does 10 damage to itself. Giratina does 130 damage for 4 energy that you cannot engine because it doesn't take steel energy or any of the rest of it. So it has none of the synergies. And it does 30 damage to itself. It is bonkers. There's no contest. It is objectively so much worse, but that's all I have. I don't have a single Solgaleo, I don't think. I can't put that deck together. Fuck me, I guess. So see, now I want to try to find a Giratina here so I can start charging it up, because that would be a great way to do this. Not even close. I'm going to be dead before I can even attack, seemingly, and I get Abra back anyway. No. Well, I didn't really want to do it, but there you go. If he attacks me again, at least, I will kill him next turn. So if they don't throw any other basics down, there's hope for us. He could also evolve, so I kind of have to play the cape just to save myself, because I'm not getting any help from this deck. So we're really leaning in and hoping that Litten stays a Litten. Which it doesn't, It's going to rare candy all the way up to Incineroar. Oh, that sucks. Burn is cured at least. So I'm only going to get one turn out of Oricorio, it looks like. And I have no bench! Maybe a second turn if I'm lucky and it doesn't attack itself, or it doesn't attack and it stays confused. Otherwise, I lose again. These decks suck. There's just... Oh no. Yeah, See, again, you know at least within the first... How many turns was that? That was 3 turns for each player. I knew I was going to lose. So you're not spending or wasting more than a minute or two. That's helpful. I don't like losing this much, but I don't really have a choice because my decks suck. And I can't get better decks built until I find the cards that I need from these packs. It's a classic TCG, right? I'm going back to my other one. I'd like to go out on a win. I'm getting very tired. I need to wake up for work in the morning. I have so damn much to do before this trip. But I need to go out on a win. Of course, this deck prefers to go first, I feel like. And it, oh, it's just so fucking annoying. It doesn't do what you need. The other deck really likes to go first because it has all of those attackers that have that don't have 1 energy attacks. This one has a ton of 1 energy attacks, so it prefers to go second so I can attack immediately. At least they're weak to me. There's potential here. Whenever you attach an energy, do 20 damage. That's nice. There's Yanmega. Guess what I can't play? Right, let's get some draw help here. Useless. All completely useless. Do I get to... I thought I... Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm getting really tired. $30 damage at least. Oh, if I could find Decidueye next turn, that would be wonderful. That would basically ice the whole thing immediately. Oh, here we go. 20 damage for doing nothing at all. And now Giratina gets to charge on the bench. Let's find that lone Decidueye. Take your time. No, please. Completely useless hand. I need the cards that... I need, like, Iona or whichever one shuffles you in and you draw as many out. Because this is just completely useless. I had a real opportunity here to come out ahead and get some serious momentum on this guy. Stop giving me all this! This is completely useless! I can't play a single card from my 6-card hand? What a joke. Literally, even Dartrix would make a massive difference here. But I'm not lucky enough to pack them, so it doesn't matter. Now he's going to start murdering me. I needed that about 2 turns ago. Probably should have hit Darkrai on that, because he's going to hit me. He's going to do 30 damage to himself. But it won't matter, because I won't get Yanmega out for another 2 turns. We might be okay. There it is. But that's actually really bad timing, because now... Actually, it's not. I can make that work. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Decidueye up right now. We're going to Pierce the Pain on the Darkrai and kill it, because if Giratina attacks me, that's going to pull its HP down to the point where Pierce the Pain will kill it too, below 100. So I think I'm actually okay with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Okay. So Yanmega comes up. And then we take out Darkrai. So all of that chipping away with Rowlet actually paid off. There's 2. And only the damaged Giratina can attack. We've got him right where we want him, unless he heals substantially this turn. In which case, we just swap out to Yanmega and keep going. So I think we've got him where we want him here. It's so frustrating when the deck kind of leaves you high and dry, but you really need... Obviously, as it gets more competitive and decks are more purpose-built and less like hodgepodge, you need it more refined, you need it optimized, you need it working. There's the heal. I can still kill him with Yanmega next turn, so that's what I'm going to do. Unless there's another heal behind that. If he's attaching back there, I mean, it doesn't matter, because he's not going to get to use him. Unless he doesn't attack? Maybe if he doesn't attack and he does the bellow thing, then he'll absorb the hit here. I see. So you're attacking? You're doing nothing. You ran out of time. We're gonna... Do I Guzma off that helmet? Or do I try to Rocket Grunt off the energy? I'm gonna Guzma that off. Because I can risk not having any energy go off the Giratina, and then I waste it. But this way, I definitely save myself the 20 damage. I'd rather just do that. Bring him into definitive one-hit KO range. Or, you know, KO on the next hit. So I think we just secure the win with that. And we'll be good. barring any real fluky stuff here. I think we're good. Like, that would be a fluky thing. Unless he somehow heals, again, like crazy, but I don't think that's possible. You can only have, again, because this is kind of a watered down or like simplified version of the regular TCG, you can only have 2 of each type of card in your hand. So he already used 1 potion, he doesn't have another one. He could maybe have a 30 HP supporter heal, maybe. But I think we've got him here. Because even if he retreats, I can just pierce the pain onto the bench. The other Giratina can't attack. Yeah, we got him. That's your supporter. That still is like the one card that would be really helpful to me here. And that is, they do end up switching. Okay, so doesn't matter. Because I'll just whack them on the bench and that's it. So just for shiggles, let's see what this does. And that's why we didn't do that. Because it's not actually helpful. I mean, I don't have to attach energy here. I will, because it's the end of the game. Bam! Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And that's all she wrote. That's a good win to go out on. Decisive, decks cooperating, sort of. You get that Decidueye going, you have the little chunks of damage. And how about Rowlet doing all the work against Darkrai early on? That really ended up being his liability. I think that was pretty good. All right. Good one to go out on. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. This was kind of an irregular night. Again, I know, but I'm just going to have so much on my plate tomorrow. I'm not even going to be able to breathe, let alone stream. International travel is stressful, and there's a lot to be done, so thanks for tuning in tonight. We will get back in the normal hypocritic, ooh, look at that Ragways. It's Magic Missile, basically. It's Arcane Missiles. Wow. Nice promo. We'll get back in the normal hypocritic swing of things next week once I'm back from my trip on Sunday. So after that, we'll start in earnest on a new review. Maybe we'll be able to pump it out in a week. Maybe not. We'll see. We still do have a little bit more PAX coverage for you. And again, just to sort of wrap up on that, we'll have 9 interviews total from this year's PAX East. Wonderful developers, wonderful conversations. One of which was our longest ever at like 25 plus minutes, so that's great. We also did double check. I looked one more time, and I think we talked about it last week. Still so grateful for the generosity during the LANFest charity stream zone endeavors. I believe out of almost 60 streamers, we were top 10. I think we were number 8 or number 9 in terms of funds raised, which is very, very humbling. And it definitely stood out amongst everyone that participated in that. So again, can't thank you enough to everyone who was part of that effort. And like I said, we do have one more interview coming over the next, hopefully, day or two from PAX. And then that'll conclude everything that we did there, with probably a podcast episode as a follow-on at some point in the future. Don't know when that'll be. So yeah, look forward to things getting back in the groove next week. Until then, I really got to go to bed. This has been Hypocritic GG. Streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Liam Cheatspeak. Hope you enjoyed this grind in ranked with our crappy little decks in Pokemon TCG Pocket. We're going to come back stronger with more refined decks and fight our way up through the ranks as one does. Who knows when that'll be. Exclamation point Discord for more information on that, or follow us on Blue Sky, but you know all that already. We'll see you later. Thanks so much for watching. Stay fresh, cheese bags. We'll catch you back here real soon.